Spectacular questioning by badass Republicans forcing Ambassador Sondland to admit he has no knowledge of quid pro quo, and leaves Adam Schiff and CNN egged in the face. Hello and welcome to TST. If you are new to the channel, tap on the subscription button and press the notification bell so you can receive authentic news that you can rely on daily. On Wednesday, during the Democrat impeachment circus, Gordon Sondland, U.S. ambassador to the EU, dropped what the 13 angry Democrats hoped would be a bombshell when he suggested he believed Trump's dealings with Ukraine President Zelensky related to withholding U.S. military aid in return for an investigation into the Bidens amounted to quid pro quo. In his testimony on Capitol Hill, Ambassador Sondland said Trump's lawyer Rudy Giuliani pushed for Ukraine to publicly announce an investigation into former Vice President Joe Biden and his son Hunter Biden, who was on the board of Ukraine energy company PRESUMPTIOns Holdings. Representative John Ratcliffe obliterated the arrogant multi-million-dollar ambassador by exposing how on October 2nd, Sondland ran into President Trump and told him that he had been called to testify before Congress regarding his involvement in possible quid pro quo between Trump and Ukraine President Zelensky. Ambassador Sondland testified that President Trump's response to Sondland was, "Good, go tell the truth." Take a look.
Ambassador Sondland, I'm going to try and quickly move to summarize all of your direct communications with President Trump as it relates to this inquiry, and of course you can correct me if I get it wrong. On May 23rd, you had a group meeting that included what you called a vanilla request about ending corruption involving Ukrainian oligarchs, correct?
Correct.
On July 25th, you called President Trump to say you were on your way to Ukraine, but nothing of substance occurred on that call, correct?
Correct.
On July 26th, you had a 5-minute call at a restaurant that you didn't originally remember because it, according to your statement this morning, quote, did not strike me as significant at the time, end quote, but once refreshed, recalled that the primary purpose was a rapper named A$AP Rocky, correct?
Correct.
And on September 9th, and most importantly, reading from your deposition, you called President Trump to ask him, what do you want from Ukraine? He responded, I want nothing. I want no quid pro quo. I want Zelensky to do the right thing. I want him to do what he ran on. And what he ran on was fighting corruption, correct?
Correct.
And then lastly, on October 2nd, in a random in-person meeting that you had at an event for the Finnish president, you ran into President Trump and advised him that you'd been called to testify before Congress, and he said to you, good, go tell the truth.
That's correct.
Representative Jim Jordan humiliated the scattered ambassador with one question. Ambassador, when did it happen? When did what happen? Ambassador Sondland replied,
for yielding. Ambassador, when did it happen?
When did what happen?
The announcement. When did President Zelensky announce that the investigation was going to happen? On page 14, you said this: was there a quid pro quo? Today's your opening statement. As I testified previously, with regard to a requested White House call, White House meeting, the answer is yes, that there needed to be a public statement from President Zelensky. When the chairman asked you about the security assistance dollars, you said there needed to be a public announcement from Zelensky. So I'm asking you a simple question. When did that happen?
Never did.
Never did.
After two of the most powerful voices in the impeachment hearings destroyed CNN and Chairman Schiff's narrative that Trump was part of a quid pro quo deal with Ukraine President Zelensky, Representative Mike Turner placed the icing on the cake. Representative Mike Turner exposed the made-up testimony by Sondland, forcing him to deliver a clear message to the American people who want the truth and not a hearsay version by an inexperienced clown. Watch.
So I'm a little confused as to how everyone's in the loop, because if Giuliani didn't give you any express statement, then it can't be that you believe this from Giuliani. Now, let me tell you right now, because is Donald Trump your friend?
No, we're not friends.
Do you like the president?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you know, after you testified, Chairman Schiff ran out and gave a press conference and said he gets to impeach the President of the United States because of your testimony. And if you pull up CNN today, right now, their banner says Sondland ties Trump to withholding aid. Is that your testimony today, Ambassador Sondland, that you have evidence that Donald Trump tied the investigation to the aid? Because I don't think you're saying that.
I've said repeatedly Congressman, I was presuming. I also said that President Trump...
So no one told you, not just the president. Giuliani didn't tell you, Mulvaney didn't tell you, nobody, Pompeo didn't tell you, nobody else on this planet told you that Donald Trump was tying aid to these investigations. Is that correct?
I think I already testified.
No, answer the question. Is it correct? No one on this planet told you that Donald Trump was tying this aid to the investigations? Because if your answer is yes, then the chairman's wrong and the headline on CNN is wrong. No one on this planet told you that President Trump was tying aid to investigations. Yes or no?
Yes.
Here's what the CNN news website looks like. How long before the fake anti-Trump network will remove their bogus headline? President Trump responded to Sondland's testimony on Twitter by reminding everyone of his words to Ambassador Sondland. I want nothing. Impeachment witch hunt is now over. Ambassador Sondland asks US President, me, what do you want from Ukraine? I keep hearing all these different ideas and theories. What do you want? It was a very abrupt conversation. He was not in a good mood. He, the president, just said, I want nothing. I want nothing. I want no quid pro quo. Tell President Zelensky to do the right thing. Later, Ambassador Sondland said that I told him, good, go tell the truth. This witch hunt must end now. So bad for our country. Sondland's hearing just blew everything the demon rats have been pursuing. I was really starting to get skeptical of the Republican sincerity in defending the president from the smears of this sham process. I was wrong. Really proud of how they've performed. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you've liked this report, please share among friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to Top Stories Today. Thank you for tuning in to TST. I'm David Ravine, and I'll see you in the next one.